Well, current issues, welcome to week number 8. We are quickly approaching midterm. Shortly after we get back from spring break, midterm grades will be due. You'll have a pretty good sense of where you stand. So as we move into week number 8, we want to continue doing the things that we're doing, but also start turning an eye towards the end of the semester. Yeah, it's not too early to be thinking about the end of the semester yet. Let me share my screen. Let me pull up our PowerPoint, and we'll talk through what we need to finish up this week and what we need to start doing for next week and begin thinking about for later on this semester. So let's see here if we can find the right file. There we are. Week number 8, March the 7th through the 13th. Don't slack up yet this week. Next week, starting the 14th, is spring break, but we got to get some stuff done this week. There's some folks who've worked hard to get the discussion ready for you, and we don't want to let them down because all of their work will have gone in vain otherwise. So what do we need to be finishing up from last week? The normal stuff. Finish reading discussion number 7 on Ban the Box. Let me insert here too. I got a little frustrated during the week as I was looking at Ban the Box, and then realized that you're only doing what I told you to do. You're doing the letter of the law. You're making sure that you get your 3 posts or 4 posts if you're a regular class member that week, and you're getting your 6 posts if you're a team lead that week. And you're doing what I asked you to do. You're doing what you have to do to get the grade. But it feels, as I'm reading through some of the discussion threads, that we're not getting a lot of discussion because maybe you're too busy with other things. Maybe you don't want to overwhelm everybody else with a lot of posts. But there are times when folks will introduce a really good idea and we don't have a whole lot of response on that. I'm thinking about a couple of times in the last few weeks when I've put a thread out there waiting to see what you share with me and with the rest of the class in terms of your thoughts about it. And I go, and there's almost nothing out there. Even thinking back to the discussion on body art when I said, do you have tattoos if you're willing to show pictures, whatever, and there were 2 or 3 people, and most of you kind of ignored that. Last week with racism, I put a post out there, and I think 1 or 2 people posted on it, and everybody else kind of ignored it. So far as I record this on Friday, I've got something out there that 1 person has posted on, and everybody else seems to have ignored it. Let's not only meet the letter of the law here, but let's meet the spirit of the law. The whole point of this is discussion. And if you folks were in the classroom, we'd have an hour and 25 minutes of discussion where everybody participated and we explored ideas as best we could to their full completion. And I don't feel like we're really getting as much of that in our discussion board online as I'd like. That's enough about discussions there. It's too late to do anything on the first 7. But going forward, we don't want to end up with everybody averaging 10 posts a week, but it's okay if some of you get more than 3, if everybody gets 5 for that matter. If we get good discussions going, that's the point of the class. So finish reading up the discussions from last week. Don't make any brand new posts on Sunday. Just read whatever's out there. Also continue working on your issue paper. That's due in later in March, I believe. I should have put the date on here, but you can look that up in the syllabus or in the course content. Also finish, new for this week, I guess. I should be looking at what's coming here. New for this week, you want to go ahead and start thinking about the concept of ageism. Like racism, this is discrimination against people based on their age. Racism is discrimination against people based on their race, and ageism is discrimination against people based on their age. Go ahead and read the overview that our team lead put together for us and start looking over the articles and making your notes. And then go ahead and start posting to discussion number 8. The trend I've seen the last few weeks is that we get basically on Sunday, we've got the team leads posting saying I'm part of the team lead, and we don't really start getting a lot of classmate posts until late Monday or early Tuesday. You got to have time to read the overview and the articles. But I'm going to encourage some of you, half the class maybe, to try to read those articles on Sunday so you can post on Monday and the discussion can start a little earlier in the week instead of waiting until Tuesday. Just about everybody's posted by Tuesday because that's the critical cutoff date for points. But we don't want to get so many posts on Tuesday with nothing on Monday that the folks who want to get involved in discussion on Monday don't have anything to post to. So start posting to discussion 8. Try to get it Sunday or Monday if possible. Tuesday if you absolutely have to. And then also for this week, as far as individual teams go, if you're in team number 5, those 4 folks, you want to make sure that you submit team lead 2 Dropbox. Every team now has done their first lead, so we're done with team lead 1. And you'll need to submit the normal attachment to team lead 2, but because you're the lead team, you don't have to submit topic recap 7. Anybody who's not in team 5 wants to go ahead and get their topic recap 7. Not due this week, but due by Tuesday of spring break week. You want to be thinking about your team lead 2 Dropbox and your topic recap 7. If you happen to be in team number 6, you are leading. Actually, I got that backwards. Team 5 led last week, and you need to be submitting your team lead 2 Dropbox by Tuesday, not next week. And anybody not in team 5, submit your topic recap by Tuesday, not next week. Team 6 is leading the way this week. Here is the group that's doing that. They need to go ahead and jump into the discussion board and post their initial post of I'm on the lead team so that they can see stuff, and they need to be very active in the discussion board this week. Also this week, team number 7 needs to be submitting their materials on the topic that they have selected. That should be in by Wednesday for full credit. You'll notice, you might not have picked up on it so far, but this team only has 3 in it, and that's because we've had somebody that's had to withdraw from the course, and we've removed that person from all of the information that's out there. So team 7, make sure that you've got your materials selected, and if you happen to be in team number 8, go ahead and think about and get with me about your topic that you're going to do after spring break is over. All right, final thing for this week, these files are available in the content section, not only in the week 8 content, but also in a project folder that comes open, and videos related to this are in the video library folder. So for some of these things you'll be able to find in multiple places within our content. You want to go ahead and read over the project instruction file for your end of the semester project, and this is kind of a big deal. There's a lot of work that's going to go into that, so I want to make sure that you've got a good 2 months to think about it and build it. While you're looking at the project instruction document file, look at the project grading rubric, and with both of those things in front of you, watch the project instructions video. I don't know if you're looking at those videos, but I can promise you that they're a lot of help in terms of figuring out how to do things, when to do things, what to focus on when doing things. And then as you look over those files and watch that video, you want to start thinking about your project. It's going to involve oral presentations through Teams or something like that. Those will be the week of May 3rd through 6th, 4 per night. And then the Dropbox covering all that material is due by Sunday, May the 9th. All right, well, that's a lot to think about this week, but it boils down pretty simply to finish up last week's work, do the discussion and the topic lead or the team recap as appropriate for this week, and begin thinking about the end of the semester project. You get those things done this week, you will have earned a good spring break next week. So don't let up yet. Keep the pedal to the metal, as they used to say in the 70s, and let's see if we can't go into spring break really, really strong, and then come out of it fully rested and ready to go the rest of the way.